Now, it's the Open Mic Talk Show.
It's the Open Mic Talk Show, live on CRN.FM. And now, here's your show.
Hey, what's happening, family? Welcome to another edition of the Open Mic Talk Show. I am Carl L. King II. Unfortunately, our sister, Cara Black, is not here today. She'll be back with us this week. And Darnell, who so inconveniently just chimed in without anybody calling his name, is here as well. Give it up for Darnell Swift.
Yes, coming from. Hey, man, it is a crazy day here in Oklahoma City and around the globe.
It is, man. Very, very crazy things happening. So, to start this off, President Trump with a second assassination attempt near Mar-a-Lago. Please stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What? I mean, what? Man, the tomfoolery and the shenanigans is just outrageous, Darnell. Darnell, make it make sense, sir, please. I don't.
I can't really make it make sense, Carl, because, I don't understand this weirdness that's going on around Donald Trump. I mean, I've only gotten pieces and sketches of apparently what happened. This guy was 300 to 500 yards away. Secret Service spotted him. They start firing on him. He makes a break for it. This is just what I was told by someone in the line at Walmart.
No.
Who's just as good a reporter as what you would find on Twitter.
So, what actually happened was, it was two men shooting at each other. They were never close to Donald Trump, and it's an area close to Mar-a-Lago that has high crime activity. Same old soup, just reheated. This is just another sad attempt for Donald Trump and his ilk, if you will, trying to distract us from all of the racist rhetoric and the nonsense that this man is projecting on this country. The people of Springfield, Ohio are literally under siege. Secondly, those people in Springfield are not illegal immigrants. Let's say that again. The people in Springfield, Ohio are not illegal immigrants. The demagoguing is just off the chart. Somebody's going to get killed, although to Donald Trump, people being killed is just collateral damage. He didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in the midst of the biggest, baddest name in talk. We are the Open Mic Talk Show. We appreciate all of your listenership, checking in on all of the various social networks, as well as on OCDFM HD. Darnell, we're having quite a few listeners check in from all over the country, man.
Awesome. And I have some exciting news to share with you, Carl. We just got joined by our sister from another mother.
That's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We got you. I understood what you were saying, but that's not okay. All right. That's all right. Okay. Okay. That's we. Yeah. Same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the incomparable Cara Black. What's up, sis?
Hey, what's happening? Just chiming in on the whole new news, the attempted assassination.
That's right. He, once again, so valiantly just got out of harm's way. They're trying to take him down. They're trying to take the man down by hook or crook, by shots, by stabbing. It just happened to be two people who were shooting at each other, not in Mar-a-Lago, outside in a high crime area that shootings take place all the time. Please stop the foolery and the gaslighting bullpucky.
Here's a report from ABC News that I just pulled up. It says the FBI is investigating what they call an attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump after Secret Service agents spotted a man with an AK-47 rifle on or near Trump's Palm Beach, Florida golf course today. A spokesperson for Donald Trump's campaign said the former president is safe. Law enforcement sources told ABC News a suspect is in custody. The incident comes around 2 months after Trump was shot in the ear at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said the gunman got as close as 300 to 500 yards away from the former president when he was spotted, and agents fired 4 to 6 rounds at him before he dropped the gun and fled. It was not clear if the suspect was aiming his weapon at Trump.
Yeah.
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 Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I think it had something to do with that tweet earlier.
Yeah, he tweeted that he hates to take his Swift. What is wrong
he's
with
just...
this dude?
I mean,
What
it's
is wrong
just...
with this
He's
dude?
just silly, man. He's just incredibly silly, juvenile. Just... It didn't make any sense, man. There's so many stories. And, of course, these people... You know, I mean, these people.
Yeah, you went. You said it. You said these people.
These people. These people will concoct a story and a narrative in a heartbeat. I don't believe none of it. What you read is fake news. Nobody tried to shoot at him. And you know what? Listen, it's amazing how they throw that terminology around all the time, fake news. If you say that to one of them, they almost go crazy. They can't stand it.
But what was that story you told us about last week where they had gone up to some Trump supporters and they said, hey, what do you think about Joe Biden doing this? And it was like terrible. And then they said, oh, by the way, it was Trump. And it was like, oh,
it was. This is true. This is actually true.
With butter.
You know, I saw, you know, on the various social media networks, they have these people who go to Trump rallies and they just interview people and basically to measure their intelligence, or should we say a lack thereof, all they have to do is let them talk. It's called Operation Let Them Speak. You had one gentleman, who he had about as much intellectual capacity as a lightning bug. Meanwhile, speaking upon Kamala Harris and her inability to speak. This guy was just slaughtering the English language while talking about Kamala Harris not being able to speak properly. You can't understand. I mean, it was, the jokes write themselves. They write themselves. I also saw a journalist who was interviewing various Trump supporters. What he said was, he threw out some things that Trump did, but he actually said Joe Biden did it. The people start going off into these long diatribes about how Joe Biden was this and that. And then the interviewer said, oh, excuse me, I made a mistake. Actually, Joe Biden didn't do this, Donald Trump. And immediately the conversation shifted. Well, it depends on the context and when he said it. It was phenomenal. In real time, Cara, he went from person to person. He did this. And it was phenomenal. So much so people in the comments were like, we need to have this studied. Look at these people. This is people who live around us. They immediately flipped their perspective once they found out it was Donald Trump. Immediately.
Well, it shows that there's no core belief.
No, it's not. No, well, yes, it is. It is a core belief. I disagree. I disagree totally, sir. They definitely have a core belief.
Believe in Trump.
No. They believe in that racist rhetoric. That is what galvanizes these people. That is what sustains them. Because unless you're in the 1%, we say this all the time and we'll say it again. Unless you're in the 1%, nothing, no policy, no legislation, there's nothing that Donald Trump does that benefits you. Nothing.
Not a thing. And now he's got Miss Laura Loomer traveling around with him. And
wow. Looney Loomer.
Like, what?
Looney Loomer. The racist redneck who has changed her look. She looks like
She looks like Madam. She looks like that doll madam that you
She
see
does.
in the
She does. She does.
Somebody posted on X that she's pregnant with Trump's child.
So you mean to tell me Trump's been lured? Trump has been lured, huh? Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, have you noticed that somebody had posted their body language? I mean, she's all up in his grill. I mean, it's like...
Oh, yeah.
And he
Supposedly,
had his arm around her, kind of patted her on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Supposedly, there's some hanky-panky going on. And according to my sources in Mar-a-Lago, you know what? Hey, listen, guys. I mean, we're journalists. Well, let's just start making up stuff like they do. I mean, why not?
Well,
why not?
Why not? Like Fox News does it all the time. We might as well.
Not?
But we have an inch of integrity. I mean, Cara has a lot.
If Cara wasn't here, we'd be some low down dastardly rascals. I'm telling you right now. She was here to save us. She's here to save us. I mean, I'm telling you, she keeps us on the right path because, boy, we'd be some low down, dirty, some rascals. I'm gonna tell you.
I'll lie in a heartbeat.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you, man. Listen, guys, we're in a really tough situation because, again, you can't meet these people with policy or logic or truth. You cannot meet them with that. I had an interaction with a gentleman today on Facebook, and it's hilarious, man. When you fight them in a way that they fight you, they cry and claim victim. You know, they're hurt, and why would you say such things, and you don't have anything to back it up. They do a really good job of skipping over, quite a bit of information regarding him. They don't want to address his sexual assault. It's proven over and over again. He's a rapist. He's done that several times. Over 20 people have accused him of that. It's been verified. He has to pay money in the court of law. This is just not hyperbole. This is actual fact. And, the mere fact, if Barack Obama was credibly accused by one human being of rape, it would be the end of his career politically. The mere mention of it.
Right.
This man is running through the United States, raping women indiscriminately, with no legal pushback, except for him having to pay the defamation case of E. Jean Carroll, which he's yet to pony up as of today. But she's trying to get that money, and knowing him, he'll probably be sued again for something he says going forward.
Something that I found real interesting. Yeah. I mean, he is what he is. Something that I found really interesting today as I was watching J.D. Vance.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
And he said, "Well, I've learned not to speak for the president. You are the vice presidential nominee. You are supposed. That's your job, basically.
That's right.
To speak for the president.
That's
or
right.
The presidential candidate.
That's right.
And he doubled down on the dog and cat eating.
He did.
Yeah.
If you are anybody with any type of racial sensitivity at all, you're sitting here. I know. I mean, you're sitting here listening to a guy basically say that Haitian immigrants, basically black folk, are eating cats and dogs in Ohio.
Yes.
I mean.
Yes, this is true.
I don't even have words to try to describe how racially. I don't even want to use the word insensitive. How Ku Klux Klanish, if there is a word, that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, that word will be entered into the new open mic dictionary available in bookstores everywhere. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Man, Cara.
And those poor people in Springfield, they're having bomb threats and they're having to evacuate schools and City Hall. And it's just, they're like, please stop.
Yeah.
Know that your words have power. And now you have the Proud Boys are out there walking around, menacing the people.
That's right.
It's just crazy.
Basically, we're going to have Springfield. That's right. None at all. You're going to have Springfield, Ohio. It's going to be the next Charlottesville, Virginia here pretty quick.
Well, my only question about that whole deal in Springfield, I haven't heard from, Mr. Burns or Homer or any of those people. I mean, I would just think he would go to the number one citizen in Springfield and ask Homer what he thinks about all of this, is what I was thinking. But
at least Maggie.
Yeah.
Lisa would be the top source to go to. She's very political.
I mean, I'm surprised.
Can you guys imagine that? Would you have imagined that in 2024, a United States senator, he may be a senator, he may be a senator versus a senator, he may be a senator for sure, versus a senator.
He could be a senator.
He could be a senator, yeah, for sure, versus a senator. Would you have that on your bingo card, that in 2024, a United States senator would be terrorizing his own constituency? Think about that's just
unbelievable.
Wrap your head around this for a minute. J.D. Vance is the senator from Ohio.
Yeah.
He's literally placing his own constituents in harm's way.
Unbelievable.
There is no level of low that these people will go. Donald Trump is running to stay out of prison. Again, Donald Trump is running to stay out of prison. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in the midst of the biggest, baddest name in talk, Cara Black, Darnell Swift. I'm CLK2, and this is the Open Mic Talk Show.
That's an interesting thing that you just said, which is so true about Trump running to keep his tail out of prison. Here's my question. I want to know what you guys think about this one. If he doesn't win the election, will he go to the pen?
Ooh.
If he loses, will he go to the pen?
Sis, what's your perspective on that? I definitely believe he's going. He's going. Well, I
don't think he will.
I hate to say it, but I don't think he will either.
Okay.
I mean, he's got the Supreme Court, on his side, and just recently he's had 3 more counts in the Georgia election interference case. They've been dropped.
Yep.
So it doesn't look like it, because I mean, at this point, he's had so many cases and trials, and nothing has been done to hold him to the fire. Nothing. I mean, that was a civil case where he got, all these charges. But in regular court, nothing so far. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, but it will say a lot about the state of where we are.
Hard to argue that.
In our
Hard to argue
system.
that. Hard to argue with that, sis. It's hard to counter what you're saying. Hard to counter that. It really is. It's hard to counter that. And then you have Mr. Merrick Garland is a feckless coward. We are literally under assault. People are under assault, and he's just turning a blind eye to it, as if his job is not to stop this foolishness. People are being assaulted, bomb threats for an entire community, and he's literally doing nothing about it. We are under assault. We have people in Congress who literally tried to take over our government, and they're still serving right now comfortably. I
We
just,
needed a pit bull, and we got a poodle. I mean, he has done, to me, an
Oh,
incredibly bad job of prosecuting those people in that administration that should have been prosecuted. And
Cara,
Trump isn't the only one.
you know, Cara, Merrick Garland is really not a lot different than Bill Barr if you look at the end results.
Mm.
He might as well be Bill Barr.
I would.
I don't know that I would
Bill
go
Barr has
that
a lot
far.
to say now. You know, he's about to say now that
Right.
he's not a part of the administration. You know, but you were there, and you were on the ground, but you were doing his dirty work. You were
That's
carrying
right.
out, you know, what he needed you to get done at the time. But now you're like, yeah, he's crazy. He shouldn't be allowed back in. But he was crazy back then when you worked for him, right? Bill Barr.
Yeah, no
Bill
doubt.
Barr, my man, Fred Flintstone, yabba dabba doo. Yeah,
It's just amazing to watch this. I mean, you know, if you kind of step back and just kind of look at it from the perspective of this is what the government and politics has been doing for the last decade, dealing with Donald Trump.
yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing to watch that we've shifted to an alternate reality almost.
Very
I mean,
quickly too. Very quickly, guys.
Right.
Very quickly.
because the crap that he's pulled, no other politician would have been able to survive any of this. It's just been amazing to watch.
It
Not
is
from
amazing.
a positive perspective, just
No, you're
that
right.
the country has shifted to tolerate this crap that we've seen out of this dude. It blows my mind.
Yeah, it's a fringe, a group of fringe people who have taken hold of the reins politically, and it's just mind blowing that this is even happening. You know,
Fringe?
the cult of Trump has just.
You think they're friends, sis? You really think so?
I think that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are. I think they
I
are.
agree
I don't
with
think
that,
the
yeah.
majority. It's not the majority of Americans that. If you ask them, they'll be like, "No."
At least half of them. Why is this race now? If we're going by the polls, this race is literally neck and neck. How could somebody who espouses the type of racist rhetoric, the type of just inflammatory remarks, no policy knowledge, being a Russian stooge, how could they be neck and neck?
I'm going to tell you why, Carl. Because 80 million people who could have voted in the previous presidential election did not. We are a non-participating country. I mean, if you have this large swath of people who don't participate, it allows, as Cara said, that fringe to have a dominant voice. People need to get out there and participate in the process. When you don't participate, you give that fringe more power. That's how it's happened.
And how honestly, how many times have you been polled?
Never.
How many times have you taken a poll? These polls
Never.
are structured where they are geared towards the outcome that they want.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
they're not calling us.
No, they're not. So
I've never seen one.
I haven't
And if
either.
the telephone surveys that are calling landline phones, I mean, who
That's
has
right.
a landline phone?
Old people.
Grandmother's grandmother?
That's right. It's called a Big Mama, guys. That's right.
You don't answer random phone calls on your telephone.
That's right.
Right.
The number.
Anonymous number. Well, I'm going to help you with that and leave you anonymous. Thank you. Moving right along. We won't answer that call. Speaking of answering the call, yesterday on the east side, it was a murder. The mighty Douglas Trojans took on the mighty Millwood Falcons. Only one team could be victorious. Woo-wee. Boy, that was a tough one. Quite a game.
Wasn't it something like 60-something to nothing?
Yes, that was the outcome of the 2024 Soul Bowl. It was almost as bad as Langston UCO. When Langston got beat 72-0 the week prior in Edmond. Yeah, it was very interesting to say the least. All I'm going to say, I'm going to say this about the Langston game, and I say this every time Langston loses. They was cheating. That's right, they was cheating, y'all. They was cheating. They was cheating.
They were.
They was cheating.
Yeah.
They was cheating. I saw it. That's right. It's cheating. That's right.
Yeah, they cheated. Yeah,
that's right.
They
That's
did.
right. You know, we won't be detoured or dissuaded.
Well, maybe they should just change the Soul Bowl to something like greens, ham hock, and cornbread. Just put it all in one bowl and just call it the Soul Bowl.
Okay, that works. That works, man.
Because lately it has not been very competitive at all, has it? I mean, the last several years, right?
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny because if I'm not mistaken, I think didn't a couple of 3 years ago, didn't Douglas beat them 70-something to 14 or something like that?
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't.
I think so. I think so. Don't quote me on that. But it's definitely
been.
How
about them Cowboys?
Oh man, yeah, the Cowboys are. They were.
The defense was horrible.
I tell you, the Cowboys are championship caliber. You can see the Super Bowl coming as we speak. They're on the way to the game right now. They're yeah. It's a. Whew, we got dog walked.
Yeah, that wasn't nice, was it? I mean, I don't know what the real. I mean, I'm not really a Cowboy fan. I'm not a Cowboy hater either.
Yes, you are, Darnell. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not a Cowboy hater because when you hate a team, you have to hate a team that's really gonna win. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow,
so
that's cold.
you can't really hate a team that sucks. I mean, a team that you could maybe hate like say the Baltimore Ravens or the Kansas City Chiefs. You can't really hate a team that's going to lose anyway. There's no fun in that.
Okay. So, guys, also this weekend, it was a fun time had by all. It was the Northeast High School all-school reunion. Man, met out at Sunny B's on Friday. Yesterday, had the gala with Dr. Joyce, old principal who everybody absolutely loves. Today, they're having the picnic.
Yeah, they're out in the park right now. Yeah.
Absolutely out there picking Negroes at the picnic. You know what has some of my fellow Vikings up in arms, boy. They are hot as fish grease. So
they have no football team.
So when they did this change from Northeast to Class and SAS at Northeast, there was supposed to be a legacy room filled with nothing but Northeast memorabilia, band uniforms, trophies, etc. It is not there. It is not there. And you talking about somebody ready to fight. My Vikings were upset, as well they should be. All of the Oklahoma City public schools to rip their heritage, their legacy, their memory, their history, for you to do that to the Vikings in some of these other schools who were not relevant in anything. I don't want to name any of them, but we all know who they are. Capitol Hill, Southeast, Grant, all of those. Why did you do that to them and leave Northeast?
Right.
It's ridiculous. We had one of the most high-achieving high schools, without question, in the city and within the state. We had the biomed program. All of the surrounding high schools came to Northeast for cosmetology. Man.
Douglas had a cosmetology program as well as upholstery and car repairs.
Exactly. Yeah. They had a great vocational program. As a matter of fact, Douglas had the cooking and all sorts of vocational programs that were a part of their curriculum. Why is it not there? Why are we learning about things that we shouldn't learn about, but we can't be taught about credit, about financial responsibility, but they'll teach you about algebra? I mean, boy, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel you.
I mean, we're in a tough situation.
It's sad. Yeah, it is. I totally agree with you guys. Obviously, didn't attend school in Oklahoma City ever, but those legacy schools like that, to me, particularly what they did to Northeast, is just, it makes, I don't understand that. You know, Classen was Classen, Northeast was Northeast.
Yeah.
They're not synonymous. They should be. They to me, that was a crime.
They remodeled Classen SAS. They did a massive upkeep to the building. What was wrong with the building they were in? I don't understand it. They were in a fairly new building. You just remodeled not that long ago. What was wrong with it?
I don't understand it. I mean, it
man.
Even though I wasn't. I mean, those are just legacy schools. I mean, they just should not have been tampered with. If you were going to make Northeast some type of magnet type school, which of course is what they did, it should have remained Northeast.
That's right, for sure.
I mean,
that's right.
To me, that wasn't cool.
So, from what I understand,
that's a question for Ryan Walters.
Oh boy. Ryan Walters. That's awesome. He's doing just a bang up job, isn't he? I mean, he's just doing a great job for our kiddos, man. I'm telling you. You know, one of the things that didn't happen was the implementation of the Bible verses on a daily basis. I didn't think there was any way legally he could do that, but of course we're in Oklahoma. They do what they do. So, you know, whatever. You know, they do what they do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sister Cara, what do you have for the fine people out in radio world as we close this fun-filled, fact-filled show and move on into the week?
Fine people out there in Radio Land, I have this to say for you. If you do nothing, you will get nothing. So I need you to be a participant in all of our elections going forward, local, statewide, presidential, everything. Don't just let the presidency be the only election you participate in. Your local government, we were just talking about Ryan Walters. You need to participate in who's your school superintendent, who's doing the budgets for the schools, who are we electing to be sheriff, you know. Come
on now. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the insight.
We have a say if we participate.
Talk about sister. Let them in, sister. Sister, you let them in. See, that is the depth and scope that you get on this show. See, you see what I'm saying? That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is bigger than you and I. Cara just gave you the 411 on how we as a community will rise above. D Swift, hit us one time.
Sure, man. One of the things that I'm going to be paying close attention to over this next week is, will we see if the media will pick up on the fact that Trump says there's not going to be another debate? Will there be any attention to that?
Yes.
I think that we would like to see another debate.
Sure.
But I don't think that we will. And I think that the media is going to once again let Trump slide. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it'll be interesting to see if that gets any additional coverage over the next week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you can catch this show daily on Old City FM HD. And, of course, it'll be posted on all of the various social networks. For Cara Black, Darnell Swift, I'm Carl L. King II. This has been the strength, knowledge, and power of the biggest, baddest name in talk. And we are the Open Mic Talk Show.